Welcome. Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me, as ever, is the Queen of Saturdays. God knows what time it is over there, but you know what? She deserves the biggest round of applause for joining us. As always, it's the Tasha James.
The sound effects are sound effecting today.
They're sound effecting. Don't piss me off. Huh? That was, I've known this for ages, bruv.
Doing
Toto Wolff.
it on cue? Yeah.
Bruv, like, look, the Lord giveth and he taketh away. Something stops working, something else stops working. Crazy. Anyway, off the back of, bruv, I feel like these flyaway races are making me delirious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Get these cars in Europe now.
Enough, yeah.
Enough. My days are fucked. My sleep is fucked. I'm waking up at the wrong time every 2 weeks. I woke up at 5 o'clock today. Like, why? Everything
Who
is
am I?
finished. Like, did you wake up? Turn on the TV. Everything's already done. Like, why?
Right.
What are we doing? But I guess before we get into anything, you guys at home, watch, subscribe, all of them things there. We're on a tight schedule right now. Tasha, do you like sprint races, yes or no?
No. No. I've been a sprint race hater from the beginning. Right. I enjoy some of them. There have been some enjoyable sprint races, but the overall concept, I'm just like, not a fan.
Not a fan?
No. Are you?
Right. When I wake up for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's putting a sprint race on at 4 in the morning? I don't get it.
Stefano,
what's the logic? I don't understand. I know the world doesn't revolve around GMT. I get it.
Yeah.
And look, there's some people who've had very favorable times and very not favorable times. I get it. But for me personally, like, I just think it's bad enough if the racing was good.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that your core audience have had 3-4 races in a row. Is it 4 races? 3 races in a row now?
Yeah.
Japan, Australia, Japan, China. 3 races in a row now where the timing's fucked. But the sprint race, if you want eyes on a sprint race, on the commentary they're like, "Oh, we're not going to give away what happened in the sprint race."
I saw that.
It's like, I was like, well, why'd you put it on at that time?
Nobody's awake. Like, come on, bro.
It's at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. And it was 11 here, and even that just still feels kind of, because I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Like 11 o'clock at night. Then you've got qualifying. And it's like, oh, we've got this exciting sprint race. We've got a race action. And then it's like qualifying. Right. It's like this damp squib of like...
yeah. Yeah.
So no, I mean, I don't mind sprint races, but I definitely think the timing of this one is not conducive to great ratings or a great viewing experience. But having said that, let's go back to Friday. The most exciting qualifying session of the season, interchangeable conditions. Drivers going off track, drivers staying on track, and obviously Lewis, thinking we had Lewis on pole until obviously Lando Norris's lap was reinstated. I guess, what are your thoughts on Friday? And I guess Lewis's performance and the confusion around the pole situation.
I mean, okay, I'll just talk on that first, because I just feel like I feel like we can never leave a session without some kind of controversy or confusion. So it would be nice if we could get some sort of like consistency with the rules. Or, I guess it's up to the race director to decide, like, what they're going to do for each weekend. And I guess maybe it would be nice to know that ahead of time. I don't know. As a viewer, I just feel like it's so confusing because, we always see track limits as like, if all 4 tires are off, you're out type of thing. So yeah, to see that Lando went off, completely off, and then his pole lap wasn't deleted like in other, races, it just makes it confusing. And obviously people get irritated. I was aggravated because I was just like, well, why is it always like when Lewis is on pole or close to winning a race, there's always some, well, actually, type of shit that gets pulled out of the rule book. So I don't know. That's how I felt about that, but it is what it is. As far as like Sprint Quali, I enjoyed it a lot. I did enjoy when the rain came because, obviously Lewis was able to, do what he does. And I loved that, we got to see him have like a good performance. Like he finally was able to showcase, because, we've had to hear this narrative all season. This man is washed. Why does Ferrari want him? Why does anybody want Lewis on their team? He's old and, completely like off his shit. And if I feel like this was a great performance because this was about skill, not about the car. So
Yeah, for sure. I was ready to come in here on all kinds of smoke today. I've just been tempered slightly.
Humbled just a little bit.
Had to bring it in slightly. And look, I think for me, it was just like, man, look, as someone, some of you probably don't watch any other sport other than F1. And for some of you, you might have been lucky enough to witness like 2020. You might have even been lucky to witness like 2021. And so these fallow years are either completely alien to you as a feeling of following a sports team, or they're completely different to what you kind of felt, when you first started watching the sport. And I'm here to say, moments like Friday, if you support someone, you have to fucking cherish that shit as much as possible. Because let me tell you now, this season is only going to get worse. I'm sorry if you came here expecting, Crystal F1, someone said we're like therapy. No, this is trauma bonding right now, okay?
We're in the trenches together.
We're in the trenches. I need you guys to fix up, okay? Lock in, because it's going to get worse. So I think the joy that comes from yesterday was the joy of, thinking that we were going to get pole, but just seeing in the rain, when you saw Charles go off, you saw Max go off twice, you saw obviously Lando going off, and then, us assuming that lap was then going to be taken away. And, to see Lewis hook up that lap and get that pole position, you do have to cherish these moments. A, because, we're not going to be fighting at the front anytime soon. You look at the pace of the car today in the dry. I think George is 8th maybe in qualifying today. I doubt Lewis would have been able to do much better, if better than that. And you look at the pace of the car throughout the season, like this is by far the worst Mercedes car I would say ever built. Which says a lot, because the early cars were stinkers, but I think at least I'm pretty sure there was of course, in 20 I think when Rosberg had his first race win in 2012, so that was a year into their kind of their start. So yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great to see Lewis happy. And we go into today. Pardon me. We go into. Sorry. The guy. I'm presuming it's a guy who asked me if my voice was a medical condition or not. in the YouTube comments.
Oh my God.
I want you to know that stuck with me for hours. Okay? That stuck with me for hours. This is what my voice sounds like. I cannot help it. It's gravelly. Leave me alone.
I like it. It gives texture. It's unique. It's interesting. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you. I think there was a couple of comments. There's always a couple
everybody
of comments.
doesn't have taste. That's the issue. It's like everybody doesn't have taste.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, look, this isn't a woe is me thing, but as I was coughing there, I was like, oh God. People want me to like code switch like DDG.
Right.
Like, hey, this is my normal voice. This is how I normally speak.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I see that you've been looking to buy some. Wow, geez. I've always wanted those 3.45. Anyway, today, sprint race.
Yeah.
Tasha, Lewis starts second. Lando starting first. A dash down to the first corner. Talk me through your emotions as they're going side by side through the first corner.
Oh my God, Lando Norris! Wow. I'm sorry. Like, I wanna be. You know, I want to support him the way everybody else supports him. Like, I do see his talent, but I just also see all the times where I'm like, dude, I need you to like lock in. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Lewis being there, I want him to do well, but I also want competition. So I need, like, when you go through the first corner to like hold your own, you know, and I don't need you just like falling off the track. Like, that's crazy. You don't need to be doing that. I want to see a fucking competition. See gladiators fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to watch Formula One so that everybody can just like go easily around each other. I want to see some like fighting. So yeah, that annoys me about Lando Norris. Like, I really want him to like clean that up because you did all that work to get pole. You had a great pole lap, and it was over by the first turn. So that's that. As for Lewis, fastest reaction time. Like,
again,
off the line was just like, you know, sharp and on it. And again, like, it's just like you said, these little moments where you got to cherish it. Like, I just feel like for me, seeing him lead the race for 7-8 laps, just felt like nature was healing, you know, like, this is where we're supposed to be, you know?
It felt like the sun was finally shining on our face.
Like the warmth.
You know? Yeah. Maybe not even the rain. You know, like in Shawshank, where it's like Andy Dufresne swam through 2 miles of shit.
What is you?
That's what it felt like. I felt like Andy Dufresne when he crawled through the shit and he was out there in the rain, just hands in the sky, like, I made it. Mama, I made it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was...
It's pretty accurate.
I think you're right. I think on Lando... Lando's got to, like... Lando's mental strength is in the fucking bin, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Lando listens to outside shit too much. He shouldn't be listening to outside shit. He should, like, he's taking these questions about Oscar winning the sprint to heart. Like, you can't take banter and things that the F1 media throw at you to heart. And you could tell in that, if that was Max Verstappen next to him in that first corner, he would have rightly deduced, you know what? Let me just lock him behind and maybe I'll try and get him back on the straight. There's DRS after 1 lap. Who knows what can happen? But I think a combination of it being Lewis, and I'm not saying this as like a personal thing, but him, I don't want to say wanting to prove anything, but him thinking, well, I'm faster than the Mercedes. I need to get in front of the Mercedes as quick as possible. The track is like half wet, half painted on. It was obvious you're on the outside. You were never going to be given the room to go all the way around to get the inside at the next corner. it was a schoolboy error, I want to say. And I think the pressure of him wanting to get this win, which is a Fugazi win, by the way. Like, no one's taking these sprint race wins seriously. No, people only use the Oscar thing just to poke at Lando some more. If it was anyone else,
I don't give a fuck.
shit. No one cares about these races. But Lando, I think, in the same way that he bottled it in Sochi, and the same way that he's bottled it today, I mean, really and truly, Max was always going to come through, right? So, you know, there's solace in that. But I just think, it was rash what he tried to do. And I think it was rash because he's in his head too much about stuff instead of, like you say, locking in on the race. This is what I need to do. This is how
like racecraft, like you said, he had the faster car. He would have easily caught that Mercedes. Like it wouldn't have even been a lap or two, you know, like having that patience to just wait. But again, like you said, people they don't want that. You want to be the race leader from lap one. You want to try to win it. And I think, you know, I don't know, like you can't win a race from the first lap. You have to be strategic, and I think he's missing that component. But like you said, I think it's because he lives a lot in his head, and obviously he sees what's going on online. No wins moniker probably doesn't help, but you know, you gotta close that out, you know.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's on you. Do you know, we can't help that. Like, I can't help what your slander name is. It's a great slander name, but I can't help that. I'm just gonna try and get. So obviously, look, we all know what happens in the end. Max comes through, and he wins. Great for Max. That was always going to happen. But I want to read you a quote here from one Toto Wolff, which I thought was interesting. So this is asked about the performance of Hamilton in the sprint race, getting P2. Obviously, our best result this season, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, first podium of the season.
Of course it is. Yeah, because we've been awful. Toto Wolff says, "I'm not happy. Of course, we had a good car today. However, Hamilton also benefited a lot from the fight behind us. Obviously, that fight being the
Alonso, Sainz, and then Perez kind of capitalized. Yeah.
Yes. All of them, man. What do you make of that? It feels. I mean, I haven't read that. I haven't read that, so I haven't watched that, so I can't. I don't know about tone. I don't know about, but it
feels a little underhanded. Yeah,
he didn't seem. Yeah, he didn't seem that enthused yesterday either. When the pole lap was secured.
I think even Nico pointed it out on commentary. Like Toto doesn't look, you know, that happy about the pole or the laps or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It feels a little shady. I feel like shady's probably a little dramatic, but I don't know. Like it definitely feels like I would try to make a little compliment sandwich. Like, you know, I'm proud of Lewis for being able to, you know, maximize the car. Obviously, yes, he's right because of, you know, Sainz and Alonso fighting. You know, it helped him out, but I don't think that was the main reason why he was able to secure a podium. Like I still feel like he did a great job. So yeah, a little compliment in there probably would have been nice. Yeah.
And he should know about that. Like this guy walks up and down management fucking shit at Harvard. This guy's like, you know, how I built the most successful everyone. You can't even just give like a compliment sandwich. Can't even just be like, well done. Car was a bit of shit, maybe benefited, but Lewis did a great job. There you go. I just done it for you right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
HR coming out in me. Oh my God. So yeah, no, honestly, I just find that I find it really weird. Yeah. Toto is catching a lot of slack online. I don't know if you're seeing.
I'm leading the charge, so yeah. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Every day.
I mean, yes. I didn't want to say.
It's part of my daily routine. Like, say my daily affirmations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Affirmations, skincare.
Yeah, exactly.
Toto.
Tug on his wing a little bit, yeah.
Do you think the relationship's broken down between Toto and Lewis? I mean, I'm seeing Lewis in interviews today saying, well, shit happens after qualifying 18th.
Lewis is interesting to me. He's giving like, was it Office Space, where he kind of at some point, he just stopped giving a shit. So, you know what I mean? Like his whole vibe through the whole movie was like, I don't care. That's kind of what I'm getting from Lewis, but I don't think he's directing at anybody. I think he's just, that's like his thing. I don't think their relationship is broken down. I don't think Lewis takes any of these comments the way that we take the comments. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he probably maybe agrees with some of it. But, I feel like as a fan, I just want to make sure that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be out here, like, not bigging up your driver. Because if it was George, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't hear the end of him getting a podium or getting a near pole lap. So I think just, from a fan perspective, I think that's kind of what we're asking for. But I'm sure they probably have at least a decent relationship. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? I saw that George Russell Taylor Swift thing.
What thing? That album art thing? Yeah.
Yeah, on the album cover thing. Yeah.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
And I was just like...
He would.
I don't have anything in common with this
team like anymore. At all. I'm like, okay.
Like, I honestly, like, this team is completely different to the one that was, like, just...
Don't recognize them anymore. Right, exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean? They might as well have had Timberland boots on in 2021. Like, the way they were moving. Like, all of the memes they were using, all of the references. And, like, now I just look at them, I'm like, you're not backing your driver. You're posting Taylor Swift shit. And that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. If you like Taylor Swift, more power to you, I guess. Some of those lyrics I've read on the internet.
It's a little interesting,
A little interesting.
I wish I could go back to 1830, but wouldn't be the same experience for me.
Add context. Add context, okay? Her and her friends would play a game with it.
Oh my god!
Hey,
you only have white friends. By the way, no offense to white people, but yeah, you need some.
No, look,
people of color in your circle.
Let me tell you now. I love white people. White people are great. I grew up in a super white area. Like, so, some of my best friends are white, okay?
I love white people, yeah.
Okay? I love white people. I love white culture. I have a roast dinner every Sunday, okay? Okay? Do you know what I'm doing tonight? I'm going to the pub to watch the football with a pint of beer. I love white culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just saying, some of the things that you guys get to say and do are crazy. But that's neither here nor there. Speaking of crazy, I guess, look, we have to touch on it. 18th.
Oh.
The Lord giveth and he doth taketh away.
Why did I wake up for this? I know it was going to be bad, but damn.
It's crazy, man. I was watching him go around and Nico Rosberg literally said, well, let's hope he doesn't lock his brakes into this corner. He fucking done it.
Nico. Dabble in dark arts.
Nico, what's wrong with you?
He knows his man too well. He's like, listen, I know what he's going to do before he does it.
And his thing, finish each other's sentences. And then he done it. And then I looked at that time and it was like 12.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, this is not going to be
And there was no time to go again.
I looked at the people board and then checkered flag over. And I was just there watching the times tumble, just like... Time is slipping away from me. I love having these back. And it was just like, honestly, I was just...
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you something now. I want an apology right now from everyone who had a go at me, say Lewis needs to sort out his Saturdays now. I want an apology on Twitter. I want the apology to be as loud as the disrespect. Because my mentions were ablaze. Even the comments on the YouTube, ablaze. On fire. Fuck's sake. You man were worse than the Ricciardo fans when I said he was finished. Now. All I'm saying is, yes, the car is bad. And I do want to read out, because this is a fair point. I know you agreed with it, Tasha. From Only Doing K Ola, who says, I blame Mercedes and more importantly, Toto. They aren't the fastest car anymore. Why do they keep leaving the runs so last minute? Lewis is amazing, but it can't be Lewis and Inshallah all the time. That's my main point for the show, which is something you agreed with, I guess. Yeah. Do you think there is some operational errors, I guess, in terms of knowing that we need good warm-up and then kind of sending the car out the way that they had? Or I guess, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's just seeing them, like we don't have everything. So, it is hard, obviously, to fully have context in these situations. But when you see every other team is sending their drivers out early, drivers are putting in banker laps, and then Lewis is, in the pit still, or even George, like, it affects both of them a lot of the times. But yeah, you still see them in the pit and it's like, dude, we have 2 minutes left. Like, what do we, And obviously, most of the time, it works out for them, like by the skin of their teeth. Like, Lewis puts in a good lap and he's able to like squeak by. But yeah, it's just like one of those times where it just didn't work out. It bit them in the butt. And it's happened on more than a few occasions. I mean, it happens quite often that, they send them out late or last minute and they don't have a late last minute type of car, and especially in between the sprint and quali, they were able to make adjustments. Lewis specifically said that he changed some stuff and laughed about it later, but, I feel like it's on everybody. Like when I say it's on Mercedes, it's Lewis is part of that. Like it was his decision to make those changes. Yeah. He messed up on the laps. But also the strategy team, I think, needs to get that kind of aspect of quality together. Like, why are we leaving the cars in the pit for so long?
Let me tell you right now. The whole team's fucked. And I'm putting Lewis in there. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. It's unacceptable. Yesterday, they fucking let George sit there with these cold-ass tires and then, like, expected him to, like, go and do a lap. And then he's out. Lewis, thank God. I think maybe Bono suggested coming in to pit for tires, or Lewis suggested it, and they came in and they were able to do that lap, which is still a second and 1.3 slower than Lando, but at least it was quicker than everyone else. That's good, but the bad stuff is this fucking shit, bro, of us thinking we have a car that is always safe, and it's not always safe. In fact, it's always on the brink. I don't think there's been one qualifying session this year where I've not felt on the brink of elimination at some point from either car. And I just think, I know there's tire allocations, but the way that we are operating at the moment, the experiments, if there are experiments, the driver mistakes, let's be honest, are there. And we're messing up Saturdays and it's making Sundays even worse. And at the moment, we can't afford to have bad Saturdays because Sundays, it's not like last year where the race pace would
Right.
bail us out. It doesn't bail us out. So we need more. So, in all honesty, sort it out.
Honestly.
Everyone. Lewis, Toto, Bono, Shovlin, George. Sort it. Like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough at all.
I agree. I'm not happy either. Like, the sprint race we did great. I mean, we did what we could do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it went well enough. So I was personally dreading when Lewis was saying, like, oh, yeah, we might make some changes. And I'm like, but just don't do that thing that y'all always do where you take it a little too far. And I always feel like, and then I think after the sprint, he did mention, like, you know, they're experimenting because that's what they need to do. So I kind of took that as like, no matter what, moving forward, like, this is probably going to continue to happen where it might look fine for a session and then who knows what you're going to get after that because they're going to continue to make those adjustments. So just brace. I think, like you said earlier, like, you know, we just need to kind of brace ourselves as Team LH because I don't think it's going to get any better. This is it for the season.
No, at all. Yeah. This is it. This is it. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. I guess quickly, other notable things. I guess, did you enjoy the little wacky racers little race between like Perez, Alonso, and the two Ferraris?
I kind of laughed. I kind of giggled a little. I was entertained. I gave this sprint race like 3 stars. 3 stars out of 5. Nice. And I felt like, you know, half of a star really went to that because I was thoroughly enjoying. Like, if you would have added the little clown, you know, like sound effects and like, because it was just like, why are y'all going so hard right now? Like, obviously, like, it's a sprint race and it's still a race for them, but like, y'all are going a little too hard. Like, Alonso gets a puncture, can't finish. Then he gets a penalty for that.
And he gets a 10-second penalty, even though he finished last.
So I'm like, was it worth it? But yeah, I mean, then Perez kind of like slides through and sneaks a podium. I'm like, all right. So I don't know. And then Leclerc and Sainz were fighting against... It was like the Real Housewives of Formula One back there. Like, it was great. Like, I felt like I was watching a reunion. Like,
I loved it. Yeah. So I was taking their shoe off. Like, let me tell you now. I love it when the Ferraris fight. Mostly just because Charles always sounds so disappointed.
What did he say today? What the fuck? On the radio?
He's always so disappointed to have to fight his teammate. Like, oh my God. He hates that shit. Like, he's like, oh, nobody wins when the family feuds. Why are we doing this to each other?
And then he's like binge eating his ice cream afterward to calm himself down.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, room locked. Leave me alone, Mom. Oh yeah. No, he is not going to enjoy.
I was going to say, this is what he's dealing with Carlos.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you see how Lewis treated George at the end of last year, bro?
And it hurt him. It cut him deep.
They cut him deep. No, let me say it. That relationship is done. Let me tell you that now. Him and George finished. Remember when Lewis made that little comment about George seeing the physio?
What did he say? He said, you see your physio more than I do.
Yeah, you see your physio more than I do. And George's like, do I? Do I?
Lewis.
Oh, shit.
King of getting in people's heads.
George is probably he's in his head. George probably in the physio, like, wrap it up. No, I don't need that. Not today.
It's like, George, but you're so stiff.
No,
like,
fine.
It's fine.
Get off me. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fair play. Well, look, I think I'm going to leave it there.
You don't want to read any of our predictions?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I actually have them up. Right, do you want to go first? Let's read out some of your podium or race predictions for tomorrow.
Let's see. I'm gonna start with Stephanie. At Fast Pit Stop, she said podium, the Red Bulls and Lando. The race is going to be tough, but points can be possible if Mercedes gets the strategy right.
Yes. Big up Stephanie. Don't big up Stephanie for the Lewis Hamilton video, which you need to.
Oh my god!
Oh god! Today, what tweet did I see yesterday? It's like, oh, I found some little known information.
Fun fact:
Christina Aguilera's song "Pipe." I couldn't find the rapper. It was like, oh, close the borders,
the gate
man.
has not been kept, y'all. Like, we gotta do better.
No,
better,
guys. Like, we need to start gatekeeping them because the normies are finding him and they're telling us shit we knew 5 years ago.
Did you know he was an F1 driver? Oh my god!
Oh my god! I've got the Barbs calling him all kinds of homophobic stuff. I've got the hotties trying to pair him up with Meg.
Ooh, two stallions. I might want to see that. Yeah, let's do that. I would like to see it.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
We all would, but that's
Did you see somebody made a kid? Like an AI, was it him and Rose post for a photo and then somebody like put like an AI generated child, what their child might look like next. It's very weird.
It's getting
even
weird,
I haven't done that, guys.
Close the borders.
Relax.
Like we need to. Yes, we're a cult. Remember, we're a cult. What the cults do? Keep it in house. No one else is supposed to know. Okay, if our beloved leader starts getting loved up and down by everyone else, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna end up like People Magazine.
Right. Then we're finished.
Then we're fucked. Then we're finished. It actually is going to be him, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could see it. Mm-hmm. I could see it. The way that video went viral.
Drop the skincare routine. Like we've been asking. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's so beautiful.
So kind and gentle.
You're right. And he loves animals. Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's a deadbeat dad. Did you know that?
He hasn't seen his dad's dog in like
Did you know that?
2 months.
Leaves his dog jets around all over the world. Not even a FaceTime. Not even a fucking squeaky toy sent back home.
Roscoe. Poor baby.
Yeah, right? Honestly. But anyway, thank you, Stephanie, for that. And obviously, fuck you for being a Bayern Munich fan. Right. Peter Hamdullah, F1 Vibes, says, turn on chaos. Inshallah. Oh my God. I need that. I need it.
Yeah,
we need it. We need, like, what we need to do, obviously, well, we're going to go long. We're going to go long and we need a safety car of some sort. So, let's see. Oh, I'm so depressed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tasha, do you have another one?
Let me just group a few. So Ola from earlier, G Morgan and E says basically they all are saying P10 for Lewis, if we're lucky. So that's
Ooh, can't wait to watch that. P10.
Getting a point, baby.
Oh, feel like this is like that's what like Ollie Sargent and them man get excited about. Right. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
they dream about getting a point.
Ollie Sargent, Ollie Behrman. Oh my God, Logan should be excited about that as well. But look, okay, let me just go through the order and we can. Yeah, wow, what a day, Logan. 18th, man.
Somebody's
18th.
goat starting P18.
And you know what's bad? You know what's bad? Like when we went into 15th, I was like, this isn't even going to be the worst. It's going. I was then just watching to see how bad it was going to be, and it was bad. Right, Logan Sargent obviously in 20th, Yuki 19th. Oh, that's not good. That was not good. Oh my god, sorry. Lewis Hamilton in 18th. Kevin Magnussen trying to do all kinds of ridiculousness in the pit lane. 17th. Zhou, unfortunately, couldn't make it out of Q1, but he has the sprint performance, sprint qualifying performance. Lovely to hear all of the noise for him. Pierre Gasly in 15th with the heavy chassis. Alexander Albon in 14th. Ocon with the new chassis in 13th. Daniel Ricciardo finally getting the better of what? I think it actually might have got the better of. Did he out-qualify Yuki last week?
Oh, no, not last week. Just this week.
He did. Just this week. So well done to Daniel on that. Lance Stroll out-qualified by Valtteri Bottas in the Drake Stake F1 car. That is crazy. Also out-qualified by Nico Hülkenberg in the Haas. That's a great performance in 9th place. George Russell in 8th. Carlos Sainz behind Charles Leclerc, who I feel like this weekend has the measure of Carlos, and he needed that, to be honest. Oscar Piastri just behind Lando Norris. Fernando Alonso, wow, some great laps from Fernando Alonso today. I felt he was really on it. However, still 5/10 off Max Verstappen, who qualifies 3/10 ahead of his teammate, Sergio Perez.
Yeah. Looking forward.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is the point in this podcast? What's the point in Formula One?
Nihilism is creeping in. I'm kind of excited by it. It's getting dark. What is the meaning of life? Why are we here?
What is?
You see how it's spiraling? Yeah.
Yeah. No. How am I feeling about tomorrow?
Or in general? Or...
What's the weather forecast saying?
Hopefully there's
rain.
Can't be lucky enough. Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to say? No, I've got nothing for you. No, you know what? I think it's going to be cool to see Lewis come through the field. That's going to be fun. So there'll be some good overtakes there. Strategy. Maybe we can get a timely safety car. Then, I think my prediction is that Lewis Hamilton will finish ahead of George Russell somehow. That's going to be my prediction. Somehow, some way, Lewis will finish ahead of George. The first corner isn't, although to be fair, 2019 Kvyat did take out Lando Norris on the first lap. So I'm not anticipating a first corner incident, but that might happen. But even if there is a first corner incident, yeah, we need it. Like we need some kind of engine failure, like around the pit window. And I think maybe that might be able to happen. But yeah, there was a bit of a DRS train situation happening in the sprint. So I'm not sure how exciting tomorrow's going to be, but there is ample opportunity to overtake. So let's see. How about you?
I think I'm just excited to see Lewis's recovery drive. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's probably going to end up about what Stephanie, predicted. Both Red Bulls on podium, probably Carlos, maybe Leclerc. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I find the most excitement watching Lewis kind of problem solve, and hopefully the strategy for Mercedes does, something. I don't know what tires we're going to start on tomorrow, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't know. So that's what I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know.
To be fair, we did a lot of hard tire running in FP1, so I guess.
Didn't he also end up P18 in practice?
Yeah, no, it was slow. It was slow.
All right.
but loads of data collected.
Hey, you know what? Actually, speaking of Toto Wolff, because I do believe at the beginning of this week there was a quote or something like that, like, despite how it looked, we made some progress. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So I'm wondering what he meant by that.
Yeah.
But maybe tomorrow will tell. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So,
tomorrow will tell, right? You know what? Like,
didn't have the face of a man who made progress, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was upset about being second in the sprint race and said that we would have got swallowed up if it weren't for, like, the Latino world order behind him. Like, squabbling over that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yeah, no, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what... I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. I've got nothing for you. This season is so cheap.
And it's only 4 races.
I can't believe I've got to do this for 20 more races plus content in between. I've got nothing to say to you. They asked Nico Rosberg, they're like, oh, who do you think's going to win? It's like, who do you think's going to fucking win?
Be so for real, yeah.
Come on. And look, let me just get this in case people start whatever. Max is doing a great job. Max is a great driver. He's going to be a 5-time world champion at the end of this era. Congrats to him. He's doing a really good job. If I was Red Bull, I don't see any reason to get rid of Sergio Perez. In all honesty, your car in the dry is 0.5 of a second quicker than Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Not even Ferrari, not even Mercedes. Aston Martin. It's sewn up. It's going to be sewn up next year. Congrats to Red Bull. Fuck me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Anyway, like I said, hang on to those moments. Once you finish watching this, go watch those sprint qualifying. Hold it close to your chest. Maybe just even pretend that Lando's lap didn't get reinstated.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Just like Inception it. Was it a dream? Was it not? Who knows? I don't care. I'm leaving my tone behind. I'm hugging my kids close to my chest. Okay? Give a fuck if this is real or not. But guys, I think that's enough. I'm done. Thank you, Tasha. And you know what? Round of applause to you just for you. What a trooper. Let me tell you now, if it was me on that side of the world, I would not be doing this podcast. Tell you that for free.
The sun is so like much. Actually coming up right now. You probably can see it in the window. Yeah.
Yeah, look. Yeah, no, I can see it. I
did this because I love you guys. That's all. I just love you guys so much. That's why I'm here.
No, she really does. And we love you too. Guys, if you're watching this far, support the channel in any way you can. That includes like, subscribe, and all of them things there. We'll see you after the race on Tuesday. Well, as in you'll see us on Tuesday. The show will be recorded on Monday. Let's hope it's a good race. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is... I've got nothing left. No, we'll see you soon. Remember, no matter what life throws at you, keep it on the black stuff. I'm going to use these sound effects whilst I can. Don't piss me off! Bye. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quickstop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.